During the weekend, right, I was looking at a forum, a travel forum, I think it was Facebook, and someone asked a question about, they said after going to Porto La Cruz, which is a resort in the north of Tenerife, and they were asking what the weather would be like in September. And of course, keyboard warrior replied, hey, it's 300 kilometers from Africa. What do you think it's going to be like? Meaning that it's always sunny. And I kind of looked at it and said, well, obviously, buddy, you don't know northern Tenerife, you know. So, what's the weather like in the Canary Islands, right? It depends a lot sometimes on where you're going. For example, yesterday, weekend I was spent in northern Tenerife, right? And I was coming back to Gran Canaria yesterday. So in Porto de la Cruz, right, yesterday, when I left, it was extremely cloudy. And that was a beautiful day the day before, you know. I was on the bus, I was heading for the ferry, got up to a place called La Laguna, which was completely covered in cloud. Got down to Santa Cruz where I was catching the ferry and the sun was shining. And I'm fairly sure yesterday that the south of Tenerife, you probably wouldn't see a cloud in the sky. I'm guessing. Because the northern part of Tenerife gets uh, not as good weather as the southern part. That still doesn't mean it's bad weather, it means not as good weather, right? So I got off the ferry here in Las Palmas, just over there, the port is, and there was a thick grey cloud like here. And actually, Las Palmas this summer, we're having a very cloudy summer, you know. It's been about 80% cloudy. I know what you're thinking, why do you live there? Because the previous, like, for about 8 months before that, during autumn, winter, and spring, we had about 8 months where the sun was shining without a cloud, you know, so it swings are roundabout. But we're having this here at the moment, very cloudy summer, you know, and I'm fairly sure that if you went out to Maspalomas today, there wouldn't be a cloud in the sky. I played English, you know, that's the way it works. Again, it's the northern part of the island. Now, the two small islands of La Palma and La Gomera are quite similar. They seem to be certain parts there are cloudier than other parts, and it's usually around the two capitals as far as I can remember. Now, what do all those four islands have in common? They're the most mountainous islands in the Canaries, right? And that's why you have clouds heading for certain parts of those islands where it wouldn't be as bad in other parts. Lanzarote and Fuerteventura, right? They're not as mountainous. They're actually quite flat compared to the other islands. Fuerteventura is very flat. I don't think they get much difference in one area being cloudy or not. If I'm wrong and you're from there, I don't mind being corrected. But those islands are extremely windy, can be extremely windy at times. So, you know, the Canaries are a microclimate. So, you know, if you're going to reply to someone on Facebook, hey, it's near Africa, it's always sunny, think about it, it's not.